And finally, some words regarding the commodity block of currencies. Here the situation, like in most of other currencies, dictated by the situation at the moment in Syria, as well as the United States trade policy, but probably the trade policy now is number two, because the market is concentrating its attention on the situation in Syria and a possible military strikes against Syrian troops by NATO forces, and also the possible involvement of Russia troops in such kind of conflict. And from that point of view, any kind of rising risk aversion fears should dampen the situation in the risky markets, and in this case the stock market should remain under the pressure. Taking into account that, for example, today we don't have any kind of important publications of echo data, the market will be concentrated on the Syrian kind of news. As regards the situation in the Australia dollar, for example, the Australian dollar at the moment is locked between two important lines. The short-term downtrend located around local levels at 0.7780 and range uptrend line, longer term uptrend line at 76.20. While inside of this range, the pair should remain more or less neutral, should be viewed as more or less neutral. Anyway, we suggest that sooner or later the immediate kind of downtrend line at 77.80 will be broken, and subsequent closing above moving average 200 daily line located at the moment around 78.11 and a half should translate in higher prices for this pair. In this case, probably we will reevaluate the situation and enter a new long position in the currency. The New Zealand is more resilient to the news to the news regarding United States trade policy, especially tensions with China, because, as you know, New Zealand economy is not so fully relying on the Chinese economy, like, for example, its neighbors in Australia. And from this point of view, probably the pair is on the route to retest the highs of 2018 located at 0.7435. Subsequent broke above these lines should translate into higher levels for the pair, and in this case we will retest the highs of 2017 around 75.58. Some words about the Australia dollar. The Australia dollar should be, from our point of view, should be sold on any rebounds closer to short-term downtrend line located at the moment at 128.10. That's why we will use a possible return to this trend line to resell the pair with a close stop above. At the same time, on the downside, the pair has kind of important longer term uptrend line located at 23.40.50, where probably the pair will find an interim floor at the moment. Anyway, the subsequent closing below this level should concentrate attention of the market on lower levels, and probably in this case we will test the psychologically important barrier 120. And finally, the dollar ruble. At the moment, the pair is trading around 72.10. We suggest that correction started yesterday and the second part of the day should resume today, and from that point of view probably we could even see levels closer to the former upper side of the range between 70.50, 71 and 55.50. But anyway, this kind of decline to closer to 61, 60.50 should be used to buy the pair with a stop below 70, which we show in our strategy list. We wish you a pleasant day ahead, prosperous and profitable one. It was a FutureTrend channel with you. Bye bye for now.